Hey there, this is Ian Haugland from the band Europe. You are listening to We Go to 11.
Why
don't you just make 10 louder and make 10 be the top number and make that a little louder?
These go to 11.
I know we have limited time, but it is a pleasure to chat with you. I'm looking forward to the new record. You know, Ian, you guys had this really cool tour lined up that wound up getting squashed by COVID in North America. It was I think Foreigner, Kansas, and then Europe, which, you know, three bands with a lot of great material. I was really looking forward to it. I mean, how geeked were you guys to land that? Because I think, you know, it's an eclectic lineup, but it makes sense.
Yeah, it was on the paper it looked like a perfect lineup, you know, with the different, you know, kind of angles, but still in the vein of classic rock. So it was really like a foreplay to be set up for that tour, and then you know, just to pull out just when the fun was going to start. So yeah, that was a blow, but it was. I'm sure it would have been a great tour.
Right. And you guys have, I mean, I think there's a misconception, at least in North America, that Europe's this kind of 80s-esque type sound band, but you guys are more akin to like Purple than Bon Jovi, I think, over the years. You know, I mean, you guys have developed this, you know, just kind of meat and potatoes, solid, you know, no frills kind of rock.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, we come from the, we definitely have the roots in the especially the British 70s hard rock, like as you said, Purple and Thin Lizzy and Rainbow and those bands. So that's what where we came from, and the inspirations that we brought into our sort of mold of rock music, and obviously some, you know, newer influences got in there as well. But yeah, basically that's where we come from, the British 70s hard rock era.
And you know, and I got, like I said, you guys have been on a streak. You know, I think from Start from the Dark to, you know, Walk the Earth to now, I'm sure with this record, I haven't heard the whole thing in its entirety, but it is kind of a continuation of that sound where it's, you know, just the Europe sound, I guess. I mean, I don't know how else to describe it.
That's true. That's true. It's been. I mean, when we started all over again in 2004 and Start from the Dark, I mean, we decided that we were not going to become a you know, like a novelty act, just relying on the 80s stuff and the big hits. But in order to do this for real, we said that it needs to be driven by the force of music, creating new music and try different styles and different directions, and just, you know, let the music take us on a journey, sort of, not to think too much about it ahead. Just let the music flow, and it becomes what it becomes. And it still has that signature Europe mark to it, I think. Melodic, heavy, but also dynamic with ballads and stuff. So it's, I think that's the main theme that's been going through the whole.
And for the fans, I mean, they haven't heard the album in its entirety, but what can they expect from Come the Madness? I mean, how would you describe what's happening on this particular record?
I think the songwriting process has been upgraded a lot. I mean, the last album, Walk the Earth, came like, what is it, 2017?
Yeah,
so it's
2017, right?
Yeah, it's been quite some time,
right?
But the good thing with that is that all the songs and all the ideas, we've had a lot of time to revisit the songs and reevaluate them, and so I think what the album has is a, you know, it's the boiled down the best of all these songs and ideas that we've been collecting through the years since Walk the Earth. So we had time to live with the songs and to make the best of the songs, and I think that shows a lot, you know, in the context of arrangements and the way we instrumented or orchestrated the songs, and so it's an adventurous album, but it also have, you know, it has elements from the 80s with very melodic guitar solos and strong hooks and melodies in basically every song. Yeah. But still some heavier elements that we might have been used to with the later Europe album, sort of. So it's the old and the new.
Yeah, I really enjoy the heavier aspect. I think that shows, you know, your guys' ability to do something outside the box. I think, you know, people that had Europe in this box where it's like, oh, it's the Final Countdown band, you know what I mean? That shows a lot of growth and diversity.
Yeah, that's true. It's I think we, you know, we come from since we come from that 70s rock era, and I mean, we loved Black Sabbath and those bands as well. So I think we all, you know, carry with us a lot of, you know, heavy riffing and heavy melodies and stuff like that, and rhythms as well. You know, me having Cozy Powell and John Bonham as my favorite drummers, you know, it's so it comes naturally, and you know, a lot of people say that when we play live, they think that the songs from the 80s, like Final Countdown and Rock the Night, blend beautifully with the newer songs that are a bit heavier. But for some reason, when we get on stage and we play the older songs together with the new songs, it becomes like a unified experience.
Yeah, like a real cohesive kind of thing, huh?
Yeah. So it's really nice to be able to do it that way.
Sure. As far as like you mentioned, last record 2017, present day 2026. I mean, what was the reason for that huge gap of time there? And I'm guessing with you guys doing all refining these songs, are there any songs in the can that you guys have ready to go for a follow-up to this record? I mean, that was a long stretch.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the funny thing is that we haven't been, you know, unemployed during this time. We basically every year we're out doing the, you know, all the festivals around Europe, and we've been touring in Asia and in South America, and so it's been going on constantly, basically, even though we haven't had time to record anything. And then, as you mentioned before, the pandemic hit us. So there was another year that went by. Yeah. So for some reason, it doesn't feel that long. What it actually is.
Well, you know, you bring that up. You know, it doesn't seem like it was that long that the lineup for that tour that didn't happen was announced, right? I had to go back, and I'm like, was that before or after the pandemic, right? I mean, because maybe as we get older, time kind of flies by. But it doesn't seem to me. I was thinking, was that like 3 years ago?
Yeah, I know. It's time flies, you know, and it's weird. But we definitely have. I think. I mean, I've heard a lot of demos prior to when we recorded this album, so I know there are a lot of great ideas still in the cans that we will be working on, and so hopefully it won't be another, you know, almost 10 years before the next album will come. It's
and you guys have a couple tunes out. I mean, One on One, and then Cult of Ignorance and stuff. What can you tell us about those tunes for the American audience?
Yeah, well, One on One is basically built around a very heavy riff, a bass riff that John Levén came up with. So it's he's been getting a lot of positive reviews for his bass playing. Finally, I tell him, because every time I say to John Levén that, fuck man, you're one of the
Right.
best rock bass players in the world. It's just an honor to be playing with you. And so finally he gets some recognition for his bass playing. So it's a very driven bass riff that song came out of. And then obviously Joey and the other guys refined it to the song it became. And then Cult of Ignorance is based around Michaeli's idea. He wrote the basic idea for that song, and they refined it, and it's got a totally different vibe to it. It's more of a, you know, a groove rocker,
Right.
AC/DC-ish kind of vibe to it, while One on One is more, a little bit more, how should I say, a little bit more intricate.
Yeah.
But so you got two diverse songs there, and there's a third single being released in the beginning of, or mid-September, just ahead of the release of the album on the September 25th.
Nice. Looking forward to that. And looking forward to picking up the record on release day as well. I mean, that you guys always deliver. I think, like I said, the stuff in the 2000s seems to be my favorite era of Europe. So pretty cool. Hey, so I know we don't have much time, and I don't want to keep you too much longer because, well, I know you probably have tons of other people, but I did want to talk to you about the Brian Robertson album, Diamonds and Dirt, that you performed on. What's your thoughts on that, and how did you get connected with that one?
Oh, well, I think it started off, I mean, I'm usually, I used to work in a radio station, and we had Brian Robertson in the morning show of that radio station as a guest. So he came and he played some, acoustic guitar. I think actually John Norum was with him as well. So they were playing like a acoustic duo thing live on the air. So we started talking, and I got in touch with Brian Robertson's manager at the time, Swedish manager. So we sort of just got on and became friends and stuff. And then when it was time for Brian to record the album, they actually just asked me if I wanted to be playing on that album. And hey man, one of my first ever rock shows that I went to was Thin Lizzy back in 1977 in Sweden, where Brian Robertson was the main guitar player. So it was like a dream come true, basically.
Right.
To be,
Can't say no to that.
So it was just great fun. We went into this studio in Stockholm together with some great musicians that backed him up on the album. And as far as I can remember, it was really easygoing. We just rehearsed in the studio as we got along and recorded one song every day, basically. And yeah, it was a blast. And just to be able to have that in my as an experience to carry with me, that I've been playing with one of my
idols.
That's amazing. Yeah. So
we
did, and we also did one show
together
with Brian Robertson in Ireland on the Phil Lynott anniversary thing they have there every year. I can't remember it's called the King's Call. I can't remember. Anyway, we got to perform live as well.
Nice.
In front of a hardcore Thin Lizzy audience.
Nice.
So that was That was cool.
That record was just reissued, so I'm having to revisit it now, having bought the deluxe version of it. So good stuff. I just have a couple more things, and I'll cut you loose. And thank you so much, and hope to see you guys in North America at some point. Hopefully, you guys lock into some kind of cool package, and we're able to see you guys performing some of the material from the 2000s, man. That's good stuff. So, Ian, this is going to be for We Go to 11, and I'm sure you're familiar with Spinal Tap. So, do you have a Spinal Tap-esque type story that you can share? And then I'll have you do an intro for this after you share your story.
Well, actually, I have one that it happened a couple of years ago. We were to play at a festival as we do. And, you know, before we go on stage, we put on the in-ear systems, you know, the monitor systems that we have to hear ourselves on stage while playing. And so we did that routine as we always do before every show. We connect the headphones to a belt pack that is connected to the monitor mixer, so we can, you know, get the right hearing. That said and done, went up on stage and started the show, and all of a sudden Joey just screams at the monitor technician, "Ah, what the fuck? Lower the keyboards! The keyboards are too loud." So he takes down the keyboards, and immediately after he's done that, Michaeli, the keyboard player, "What the fuck? Turn up the keyboards! I can't hear the keyboards." So he turns up the keyboards, and then Joey goes again, you know, like, "Lower the keyboards!" And the thing was, they mixed up the belt packs in the backstage. So when Joey wanted to have something changed,
Right.
it changed mix, and vice versa. So it was like everybody was just screaming on stage.
It's like a
This
tug
went
of
on
war.
15 minutes, you know, and
Yeah.
and in the end, you know, the poor monitor mixing guy, he was
Yeah.
just tearing his hair.
Oh,
What
I'm
the
sure.
fuck happened?
Oh,
So
that's
that was a
awesome.
real Spinal Tap moment.
Hey, that's a good one. I love it. Hey,
Yeah.
so Ian, thank you so much. Record is coming out on the what is it? 26th of
September 25th.
It's September 25th. Right.
Yeah.
September 25th. So
Right.
watch out for that. Come the Madness is the name of the record. Thank you so much, sir. I look forward to chatting with you again sometime down the road.
Yeah.
Hopefully when you guys are doing press for a US tour. So
Yeah, you bet.
hey, thank you so much. Take care, safe travels, and we'll see you soon.
Thank you.
Yep.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.